Okay, why I genuinely believe you need to shut down your traditional social media marketing agency and pivot into a high ticket growth agency in 2024 if you actually want to see any sort of result, whether it be 10K a month, 15K a month, 20K a month, whatever your goal actually is. And I just want to say, because I know there's a ton of viewers watching this video who genuinely just want actionable advice, they want the correct guidance. I just want to say that this isn't going to be a video that you're seeing around in the SMA market right now, where a lot of people are just like, regurgitating content that they actually have no idea what they're talking about or no experience. And it's really, really boring. Like, it's super boring to watch and it's really, really misleading for a ton of people. So I'm going to break this down, but I'm going to break it down in a way where I'm genuinely going to take insights from what's happening in my company right now. Like, literally going to break down a story from 7 days ago of someone literally going from, like, was going to go down the traditional SMMA model on the onboarding call, kind of repivoted him, and now he's on track to hit 30K a month. Okay, so everything I talk about within this video, as you can see here, is all going to be data that I've collected from either what I'm doing or data from my company results that I'm seeing right now within the market. I just want to clarify that before the video, because honestly, it's ridiculous. I just turn off YouTube at this point because I'm seeing so many people just regurgitate same stuff, no evidence, and it's really, really boring. So, cool. So let me jump into it. So, first of all, what do I mean by traditional SMMA compared to high-ticket growth agency? So, a traditional SMMA is obviously just something that, you know, an agency that essentially offers one direct mechanism, right? So, for example, maybe that's Facebook ads, maybe that's Google ads, whatever service it is, it's just one direct mechanism. We're going to help you with X, right? Now, the problem that we're seeing within the market this is, and by the way, literally, this is why I switched from my Facebook ad agency over a year ago. And I've been doing videos on this for like 9 months. Saying like, I don't really understand how it works if you sell a direct mechanism, because surely you're replaceable by everybody else, right? But now everyone's kind of got onto that, right? So one thing you're seeing with it is just really hard niches, like they're hard to access, high churn, right? Whereas with the model that I'm going to explain within this video, you want to sell a full stack system, consulting, high ticket with rev share, and a personal brand behind it. So let's get into exactly what I mean. So this is what I mean. A real story from 7 days ago from one of my clients at my company. Okay. So one of my clients filled out his onboarding form and he wanted to help commercial cleaning companies with Facebook ads, right? So this is his onboarding form, just showing you here. So obviously when I saw this, I was like, you know, okay, cool. Like if he has some proof of concept, we'll build on it, we'll scale it. But then I just thought like, I just really know that with this client, we can pivot his market approach and it's going to be super, super beneficial for him. And I also asked him a question, which I think is really, really important. And for any entrepreneurs out there right now, you genuinely need to ask this question to yourself. Like, do you even want to scale this? Like, sitting there doing Facebook ads for commercial cleaning companies, is that what you're really passionate about? Is that actually like desirable? Is that a desirable life that you actually want? Right? Is that why you started this in the first place? Is that why you perhaps dropped out of college or don't want to work a 9-to-5 job? So what we decided to do was pivot him into a high ticket growth agency, right? So as you can see here, we booked him on he came on board my service. We had a 1 hour call, an offer building call. We essentially just built out the offer, right? You can see here, 1 hour just building out this high ticket offer. And now he's on track to literally make 30 grand. As you can see, this is the 31st, of January. We're currently filming this on the 2nd of February. So this is a screenshot from 2 days ago. We were on this onboarding call around the 25th, I want to believe, of January. And now he's literally on track to make 30 grand a month because of how powerful this offer is. So Harvey just breaking it down for him there. Essentially just telling him not to stop it. So the offer we built out for him was like a content, community building, ads, appointment setting offer, like a full stack system together. He's going to, darling in his inbound funnel, going to add consulting to that offer as well. Essentially partnered with 2 creators for a community, for like a school, like a paid community. And yeah, he's literally on track to make 30 grand in his first month, which is absolutely insane. It just goes to show this model works, right? Because you stack a system together, you actually provide a ton more value, you cannot be copied, right? You can charge high ticket, you can take rev share, and you have a personal brand behind your marketing. So your marketing is actually unique, you're positioned in the market correctly, right? And this is why, like, I really don't suggest anybody going down this, like, for example, right, if this client came on board and he just wanted to help commercial cleaning companies scale, right, what problems would he face? Well, no one would reply to his outreach messages because the offer's been pushed so many times within the market. The market has seen the Facebook ads pay on results offer so many times that it's so hard to actually get access to these companies. He'd be bullied within the market. He'd have no viral traffic for his marketing. Be incredibly difficult to get case studies because he's working on a monthly basis, meaning that they probably will churn after 30 days. So there was no longevity, right? But by pivoting into a growth agency, what we've been able to do is just like revolutionize his business to a point where he's actually pushing a good scalable model, right? And this is why I've come into this video just to explain it, because it's insane, right? So how do you start one? So step one is mechanism and skill stacking. So this is really, really important. So you have to understand that money is transferred from a buyer to a seller when there is an exchange of value, right? Usually this comes in the form of solving a problem and therefore alleviating a constraint from the buyer. The seller is alleviating constraint, solving a problem, right? And another example here, this is one of my clients literally doing this and securing a $14,000 pay in full deal because he added mechanisms onto his offer. If we were to take away software development from this offer right here, there's no way just a regular content offer would be able to charge $14,000 pay in full for a single deal, right? So again, just showing you that this is stuff that we're implementing into our company right now, and it's working really, really well, right? Value stacking your offer. So instead of selling as direct commodity, like I talked about, you need to find a super painful problem in a niche who can pay a lot of money. And instead of leveraging SMA 1.0, so selling the way everybody else is selling, getting bullied within the market, playing a game you actually cannot win. They're so funny. I receive I can't even tell you how many DMs I receive per day, maybe 30 DMs per day. And these people in the DMs sending cold outreach, like doing all this stuff, like cold outreach is great, but if you do it in the old way, you're not going to get anywhere. They genuinely believe, oh, okay, I'm grinding. If I just send more DMs, then maybe something will change. No, nothing's going to change. Look at the evidence in front of you. You've sent 10,000, cold DMs with no brand and a commodity offer. It's not just because, oh, you're on your grind, you'll find success eventually. No, you actually have to look at the leverage things you're doing. If you just keep doing the things you're doing right now, you aren't going to succeed, right? But a lot of people, because I realized this, and this was a kind of depression I had when I was running my Facebook ad agency, was, everybody would tell me, just keep going, just keep hitting outreach, and then I realized, and it hit me like, oh, this is never going to work. Because even if I do sign a client, what stops the client from next month leaving my service, leaving me, going back down to zero and going to one of my competitors, who, by the way, my competitor is everybody within the market, right? So when me and my business partner understood that, oh, like this doesn't actually work. Like it's not like a matter of time. It's not a matter of, oh, I don't have much experience in business. No, I'm selling a commodity. I have nothing behind me. I have no case studies. I have no brand. No, it's not going to work ever, right? Even if you sign clients, because when people think about that, they try and like cope, and they try and hide from their intelligence. They're like, oh, but someone scaled a Facebook ad agency to 10K a month. Someone did this to 10K a month. Cool. People will, right? But but they don't sustain. Trust me, they do not sustain. So you need to be leveraging, if you actually want to make a penny, right? SMA 2.0, which is essentially a package of collective mechanisms together in one system to charge 5 figures a deal, right? And actually sustain a profitable business, right? People are attracted to increased value and unique propositions. If you have increased value onto your offer and you have a unique angle behind it, you will sell, okay? The market reacts to originals, okay? The market doesn't react to copiers or the same thing, right? The same package proposition. The market doesn't react to that. Even if they show an inkling of interest, they will never become buyers. And you probably noticed that, okay? So really, really important, you value stack your offer. Second thing, I'm going through this quickly because attention is really, really bad, I understand. Second thing is attention. Super, super important. And again, another example from my company right now, right? So I've been going really, really hard on trying to get as much attention around my brand as possible. As you can see, I've uploaded this story today, literally as I'm filming this. 800 story views, and even some views from one of my role models from back in the day, Sebastian Georgiou, because I focus on gaining attention, right? So I attract attention from all different ecosystems, right? Like, for example, Sebastian, like the top of the game, obviously he's not going to buy my product, but you're attracting people through your content, through your brand, through your presence, through your charisma. People want to know about you. And when people want to know about you, they want to join in your journey. And when people want to join in your journey, you're going to get paid a lot of money. But it's only done by understanding that you need attention. Okay? So, we've been trying to go really, really hard on building attention around our brand. And that's what you should be doing as well, because cash follows attention. You need to understand that. It's really, really imperative if you want to make any sort of money, right? Cash follows attention. If you aren't struggling right now, first obviously look at your offer, and you're probably selling like a really, really baseline level offer. But then look at your attention. Can cash actually follow it, right? So you want to build an ecosystem. You want to nurture and own that ecosystem. For example, like I've been able to do here, like, I'm growing for my brand right now. Really, really important you do that. And then you want to diversify your ecosystem. So you want to have multiple acquisition channels, essentially retargeting the exact same audience, right? So for example, utilizing emails and triage callers, actually having someone every single day dialing the leads. So as you can see, our funnel here, a 20-step email follow-up sequence with about 4 to 5 call to actions to book a call, a triage caller for monthly recurring revenue, actually diversifying your ability to book calls, get cash in the door, make money, scale, right? As well as that, diversifying, like I said, your acquisition, 500 DMs per day on growth accounts. If you are a beginner and you aren't doing mass quantity of outreach, yes, building your brand on the side, don't get it confused. I'm not saying that you should just do cold outreach. Like, you should do cold outreach because you're a beginner. Like, what else are you going to do? You're not, like, there's such a frame online at the moment, and especially like with a lot of like Instagram coaches, guys, that like, as a beginner, just sit and post organic content on Instagram and people will come to you. Yes, that's nice and pretty. That sounds lovely. But at the end of the day, you, as a beginner, what you're going to do, sit there and wait until someone from inbound content, when you're getting less than 200 views on a reel, right? My clients are absolutely killing it with cold outbound, right? But as well as building a brand on the side, right? I like to actually say for my clients that we actually leverage, the people who have less authority and can't just afford to like wait for people to book a call from a landing page. I like to call it semi-warm outreach, right? Building a brand behind it so the people you actually do cold outreach to are actually warm to what you're doing, right? Instead of just like really cold, because that will be really, really difficult. Like, probably will not work, right? So obviously converting scripts and actually having data tracking and analysis, right? You need an overview on your company. You need to know what the conversion percentages are. You need to know, okay, is follow-up one working? Not just assumption based, not just he say, she say, not just, maybe it's working, I don't know. No, find out, right? What's the conversion percentage? You should have KPIs. Of follow-up one, what's the reply rate? If I send one DM to a certain targeted niche, based on the data I've collected from the past, what's the conversion percentage, right? If you don't know these figures, if you don't know these analytics, how do you expect to make $5 grand a month? Like, forget 10, forget 30, forget 15, forget these. How do you expect to make 5, right? Super, super important. You understand how to actually how to overlook your company, see what you're actually doing on a day-to-day basis, and then you'll actually be able to see the constraints you have. Many people, the reason why they cannot scale is because they have blind spots they can't see because they don't have the right data tracking infrastructure, right? So super, super important on that side. And then, obviously post that, it's your systems and delivery, right? Being able to deliver a really, really good service with this high ticket growth agency offer. Because at the end of the day, when you have leveraged case studies you can just use to market, it's going to become a lot easier to convince prospects that your solution is right for them, right? So this comes down to your back-end delivery. So your teams, your SOPs, your tracking and management infrastructure. And overall, this is going to increase marketing incentive to come onto your page, book in a call with you, see what you're talking about, and therefore go and sign from there. And by leveraging this model, we've been able to essentially not take on that many clients, like only working with a few selective clients, but again, fantastic, immense results. Like at the moment, literally every single client I'm filming, as speaking of this, I'm traveling to Marrakesh and I'm flying the team out in 5 days, which is going to be super, super cool. We've got another client interview booked in. It seems like at this point, every single client is becoming a client interview. Right, I'm not just saying that to toot my own horn or like trying to get you to like subconsciously book a call, whatever. No, the reason is because we do stuff done for you, right? Whereas a lot of people, especially when they get some sort of leverage, they just go all in on like done with you, right? But the problem with that is that you can't move forward fast, right? You can't actually take your client's hand, be like, look, instead of like me just sending you through like a bit of a course and do this, look, let's actually like do it for you. Let's like move you a little bit faster, as well as consulting. right? And that's why I've been just authentically, I think we've been able to get such fantastic results, and why I think this model is so incredible, because I do believe in every service delivery, you need the coaching side. Right, you need the done for you element. Especially if you're a beginner, you can't just sit back and coach unless you're like a alcohol addiction coach or whatever it is. You need the done with you, because people, you need to actually navigate people through the delivery process. People don't like you just taking it all over, which I think, something bad with the SMA 1.0 model, where you essentially just take over the delivery. You need done with you, you need done for you, right? Then this is what this model combines: high ticket upfront, done with you, done for you, rev share on the back end, right? Super like scalable model. Clients love it. They're willing to pay. And yeah, this is essentially just going off like what's happened in my company in the last if I can zoom in there, in the last 7 days. This is how people have been able to go from like almost like nearly running a very boring, like probably, well, obviously going to fail business, into a 30K a month company, right? So yeah, this is what I just generally believe. If you are an agency owner or consultant, you need to pivot into some sort of growth offer where you combine the two together, charge high ticket upfront, and then you can have MRR on the back end or rev share. If you want to learn a little bit more about this model and how my clients leveraging it to sign 5-figure deals and scale to 30 grand, on track to do 30 grand a month in the space of like 1 week after jumping on a call and building out the offer one-on-one with me. You can follow me on Instagram as well. And of course, there's plugs in the link to this YouTube video. It wouldn't be an SMA video without a call to action to book a call. But yeah, if you are generally serious and, looking to get scaling in the new year, then for sure. And you can book a call below. But other than that, you can go to my Instagram. You can go to the Discord below as well. I hope this video actually gave you a ton of value, a ton of clarity on what I genuinely believe you need to do to, one, have a good life, because you don't want to be a slave to all your clients, and two, just genuinely take big payments up front and scale fast. So I hope you enjoy the video, and yeah, we'll talk soon.